Hello, all you beautiful souls out there. This is Sherry, a Soul Conscious Tarot. Want to say these hopefully will be very quick messages today. I'm a bit under the weather. I've been trying to fight off a flu bug, so not feeling 100%, but wanted to go ahead and get some messages pulled. Want to see what I can finality. I keep getting almost the same cards, even though you just saw me shuffling the deck. Finality wanted to come out again. I think we had that as an overall message the other day. Let's see what else comes up with our overall energy here. But that, when I do that at the beginning, it's just to help me kind of get a gauge on what might want to come through in the reading. Just helps me gauge the energy a little bit. It's more for me than it is for you, but I like to show that to you. These are timeless readings, so whenever you find it, there's probably something meant for you. So we have the number 27 card, home here. I've always loved this card because if you can see, there's like all kinds of little things on here. There's an owl and a clock, and I don't know, there's all kinds of little things in that picture. There's a door up here, a door up there, and there's other little critters and things in this picture. There's so much going on. It kind of tells me that, home is what we make it. It really is. Home is what we make it. I feel like we're leaving something behind that no longer feels like home. That's what we're leaving behind, is something that no longer feels like home to us. We just don't feel comfortable there anymore, and we're ready to move on from it, whatever that is. Now, that can be, it doesn't have to be physical. It can be mental, emotional. It can be on any realm. It can be a limiting thought, a limiting belief. It can be anything that it's just not sitting with us anymore. It just doesn't feel right for us anymore in our life. So we have the Five of Wands. Yeah, there's this difficulty around it. Something that has really been bothering us for quite a while, that we just can't unite with it anymore. It's just not flowing in the way that it used to. And there's a cycle that's trying to close out and trying to release itself so the new can come in. And I think that it's our subconscious is telling us that rub, that irritation that's below the surface, that thing that it kind of eats at us and is bothering us, that might be bringing up some emotions in us. It's like, I really need to move on from this. I really just need to do something about this. It's something that's really just eating under your skin, getting under your skin and saying, I've got to change this. It's really just, that's what it is. It's like, I got to change this because it's just not, it's not making me happy anymore. I feel like there might have been a few moments or a moment of reflection or a time period of reflection, depending on, you, the viewer, a time where you took a moment and, these feelings started coming up, where it started to become, where it just was becoming so much pressure that we had to do something about it. Like the dam was about to break. Like I said, we're just not harmonizing with something anymore. We just are having a hard time giving to it. We're having a hard time reconciling with it, and we're ready to start this new cycle. But it is a little bit difficult. It's a little bit challenging for us to start this new cycle. It's very difficult here. So what I'm going to say to you, I think what I want to do is leave this because we kind of got the story here of what's going on in the energy. There's definitely, it's talking about whatever this is, moving on from something that has really, like, we just don't feel like it has a place in our life anymore. We're not vibing with it. We're not meshing with it. It's getting under our skin. It's just irritating us and saying we got to move on from this. So you're going to know what that is by what I'm describing. It's that thing that eats at you, the thing that is like, I just can't do this anymore. that where it's just like at that breaking point where you just can't do it anymore. You know you need to change something, you know you need to do something different, but there's something that's holding you back and keeping you from that. Let's go ahead and pull one more card on this Four of Pentacles. What's holding us back? So there's something here that's saying that that's stopping us. What is stopping us? Okay, so there's a little bit of fear here about changing something. This doesn't surprise me that we fight with our intuition all the time. Our intuition tells us to move on from something, but we hold on to it for way too long and we forget, we don't start those cycles. And the reason we don't start those new cycles or we don't begin something new is it's so much easier to just stay in our comfort zone, to stay where we're familiar with, stay what we're used to. I'm in this battle right now. I get it, where there's, like I'm trying to almost like change career paths, and it is so alluring for me to go back to what I was doing because it's familiar, it's what I know, it's that sense of home, but our sense of home is not really our home anymore because we can't really go back to it because like the profession that I was in, there's a part of it I know that I just can't bring myself to go back to, but I'm also stuck in this limbo of not knowing where to go forward. And so there's this push pull that's going on within me of like wanting to fall back into what I used to know and wanting to go forward, but not knowing which way to go forward. And so I feel like this is what's kind of happening here. I'm picking that up with these cards. So to help you kind of understand a little bit of what you might be feeling or sensing, this could be, moving on from a relationship. It could be moving on from a place that you live, a job, or, like I said, just a way of thinking, or a way, habits that you have, just knowing they're not serving you. It could be, you have to change your eating patterns or your exercise patterns. So I did want to get some advice here. We have the Two of Wands with Temperance. So it's saying here that the Fool, that it's just gonna take that, I think. Yeah, okay. So what I'm seeing here as the advice here is that there's going to be a moment in time where we're going to understand that there is a little bit of a hurry up and wait. Let me put it that way, a hurry up and wait energy that's coming through. And I think what's the Two of Wands here is we know the direction that we want to go. It's almost like what I was just explaining. It's funny that came out in the advice. It's like, you need to move forward, but maybe you don't know exactly how to move forward. You don't know what steps to take. And the universe is like trying to say with this advice that after a period of time, there's going to come a moment where it's going to click, or you're going to know when the moment is right. Like to keep planning and moving ahead, because Two of Wands is like, it's like you've made a decision, but you're leaning toward the decision. So we want to lean into the new cycle, lean toward it, but have patience with the universe, have patience with ourselves, wait for the right timing. When the right timing's there, make sure that we act quickly. It's going to come and it's going to be like, okay, we got to do it now. So it's like a hurry up. It's like a hurry up and wait, but it's more the wait and then we have to hurry up. We're going to have to like be on the ball when it happens to, like, I think once it happens, like once whatever takes off, whatever that moment is, and you're going to know, with the Temperance card being here, you're going to know when that moment is. It's going to, like, things are just going to fall like dominoes and go boom, 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 boom. And it's going to go so quickly, you're not even going to know what came over you. You're going to look back at this, like that moment in time and go, holy crud, how did I get through all that? Because it was a lot. But then looking back in hindsight, you're going to be like, I'm so glad that I did that, is what I think. Because I think that I think that you know what this is for you. I think you know what's eating you, what's getting under your skin, what you need to change in your life. You just may be a little bit resistant to it at this time, and it's understandable because it's so hard to change and it's so hard to form new patterns, especially if you're walking in a direction where it's the unknown, the Fool. That's the new cycle. After, the Fool comes after the World card. That's completion, and then we have the World. But look, we have the Eight. We have Eight of Pentacles. We're going to need to put some effort in here, even though we're going to have to take that risk. We're going to have to take that jump, that leap forward. But it is going to require some effort on our part. We have to be prepared for it. Like I said, I think things will move really quickly, and we have to just jump on it. We have to just put in the work to form those new habits, to get used to it. Have you ever started a new job, and you when you first come into to a new company, a new job, a new workplace, you don't know the people, you don't know what's expected of you, you don't know the work, and it might be a little bit intimidating at first. But then once you've been there, 2 or 3 months, you got in the hang of it, everybody, you get in the routine of what you got to do every day for the job, it becomes old hat, and that's what's happened in your world. This has become old hat, and so it's comfortable. So even though it's like, you need to get rid of it, but there's that kind of fear and anxiety around doing something different, changing, because of the fear of the unknown, of not knowing exactly what's going to be expected of you, or what work is going to have to be required of you, or what's going to have to be put in, what is it going to, what's it going to entail. But I think that, it deep down inside that this is beneficial for you. So I do want to go ahead and I didn't say it at the beginning, so those of you that stayed to the end will get to know. Well, actually, I'll probably put it on the title card for the video, so everybody will know anyway. But we're going to go ahead and do one of our split decisions, yes/no questions. So if you want to take a moment to form a yes/no question in your mind that you might want to ask Spirit today, please do so. If you need to pause the video, feel free to do that. I will give you a little bit of time as I shuffle these cards to be thinking of your question. Okay, it's a no. Now, if you haven't watched these readings before, whenever there's a no, I try and explain what I'm feeling to make that, what you could do to make that no a yes. So it says no, starved for attention, empty promises, voided. So this tells me that this no is because you might be seeking validation outside of you for something. You might be seeking something that is not aligned with your highest interest, your highest good. It really tells me that this is, whatever you're seeking, it's for the wrong reasons. And this is why Spirit is saying it's a no. I think it's saying to go take the time to go within and try and deep dive to understand within you, like what is the intentions behind the question I asked. What am I really, is this really what I'm wanting, or is there something underneath that, underlying, that I need more? Or is there something that, like, is this an intention really for my highest good, or am I doing it for like a sense of like, I don't want to say like vanity, but am I doing it for a reason that is just not necessary? Okay, how do I want to kind of put this? I don't want to hurt any, like, trigger anyone here, but Is it needed and is it necessary? Or is it just something you want? Is it, that's the key here, because it's saying no, starved for attention, empty promises, voided. So this tells me that you might be asking a question or asking for something that you desire or want, but no, don't necessarily need, or may not align with your highest good. You may think it does, or you may think that you want this, but it really, it may be feeding your ego. This whatever this desire is, or question that you want, this thing that you want, that you asked for, it may be feeding a sense of pride or ego within you. So really peel back and try and understand, why do I really want this? That's what I'm picking up, is why do I really want this? Really ask yourself that. And then when you understand the answer to that question, then you'll probably understand how to rephrase the question so that that no can become a yes for you. Okay. So that's what I have for you. I thank you so much for tuning in and joining me today. These are timeless readings, so when you find them, they're meant for you. And thank you so much for all of you that tuned in to support my channel. I hope you'll hit that like button and support me. You know, it helps all of us readers out there when you do so. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Thank you so much. I wish you the very best. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. Much harmony and gratitude to you, my lovely friends.